Alright, salute to everybody rocking with us, man. Battle Rap Opinions. As you guys already are well aware of, RBE has another big card happening in Atlanta on November 9th. This one is called Ladies and Gents. And it's a mixture card for those who don't know. It's some I guess we would say co-ed battles and some straight female, some so there's a mixture here. From the one SKs, we have currently on the phone J2.
Yo,
just let people know where you from, man.
J2, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, but I actually live in Atlanta. That's where I battle rap at. That's where my home league is. So yeah, ATL by way of Indianapolis.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I have a bunch of people who's in East Chicago, Indiana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, and I had went out there a few years back, but we have they took me around Little Gary and a few other places.
Yeah, they took you around the hood.
yeah, and it's nothing but hood dudes. So I know this is off base, but there was the first time it was really thrown off by some shit because I'm from New York, I'm from Harlem, and our guns are illegal.
Right.
Allegedly, if you have one.
Allegedly.
So I had went to so they picked me up from Chicago and took me over into East Chicago, Indiana, which is right over a little bridge. And they had took me to like a fast food spot to eat because I had long flights, all that extra shit. And we went into like a McDonald's or some shit, or we were walking up to it. And I literally seen this is summertime, so I'm seeing dudes in shorts, wife beaters, and fucking Uzis on their hip.
Oh, absolutely.
Yo,
absolutely.
So, I'm bugging out because I ain't never seen no shit like that. Of course, like I said, from Harlem, so we get it popping. That kind of shit ain't new, but to see somebody just in flip flops,
out and about with a Uzi on their way.
Yeah. So I'm looking at, I'm nudging my homeboy like, yo, you see this shit? And he looking at me like I'm crazy, like that's everyday shit to them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna tell your peoples over here like to put that shit away? They like, nah, man. They said, man, when we turn 18, before we even get a license, we go get a gun permit.
Facts, you gonna need that.
Yeah, and then like the rest of that, it was just uncomfortable to me. We get our food, we sitting, and it's like everybody was walking around like that. And where I'm from, once you see that, you better have your shit ready to let it fly.
Yeah, because once you see it, you think it's already ready to go. Nah, niggas is ready.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
But I didn't know that was okay like that. Like the open carry shit.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was unaware of that, man. Is that the whole state, or is that just certain cities?
Oh, that's Indiana.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Indiana.
Yeah, that shit was bugged out. They was taking me to shooting ranges, all kind of crazy shit. And it was like the shooting range thing wasn't new to me. I've gone upstate New York. I've gone to the Poconos and all in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And we've done all that type of shit before. But the shocker was how open it was. I've never seen no shit
how
like
comfortable everybody was with it. Everybody like it's nothing. Like
like it was absolutely nothing, man. So that was that's my little detour story off of battle rap. But it was just one of it's a story that's always gonna stay with me because I ain't never in my life seen. It's almost like they. I understand when you in the streets, sometimes carrying your pistol is as simple as putting on your drawers.
Yeah.
But for people to just be, I'm talking about gas stations.
You gonna see them things. You know which niggas is ready to go.
Yeah, I'm talking about motherfuckers was popping their trunk at gas stations and they had fucking AKs in the back. They just couldn't have it loaded.
Yeah.
And all that shit just it was like mind boggling to me. So. Yeah, that's my Indiana story right there.
Everybody got a crazy Indiana story.
Yeah, so what made you leave Indiana?
It's nothing up there. Well, exactly what you was just talking about. It's the hood, it's the projects. Like ain't nothing up there. So I needed to get away.
Yeah.
I just needed to get away, and once I got down here, I just never left. Like I came down here to visit, and I got down here, fucked around, and got a job in the first 2 weeks, and shit, that was 13 years ago.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it seemed damn near meant to be. If that's
really
facts,
it, man. Facts, big facts.
Yeah, that's definitely dope. And then, how was it when you set out there? Was it just literally like on some vacation shit, or was you sitting there?
Yeah, I came down to see my homie, and I ain't had no job in Indianapolis. I was doing my thing up there. So shit, my bro was like, shit, why don't you just stay down here? I was like, fuck it, you can go ahead and see if I was like, if I get a job by the end of this week, I said not an interview, but if I get a job by the end of the week, I'll stay. But if not, I'm going back home because shit, I ain't got nothing down here neither. Shit, I had a job by the end of the week. Actually, to be honest with you, I had two. I had to pick.
Oh man, that's definitely dope. It seemed
it was crazy,
man. So it was a piece of that too have anything to do with your talents in terms of rapping at all, or that was just straight
no,
up?
because actually I wasn't even battle rapping then. I just started battle rapping a year and a half ago. It's been like a year and a half. Yeah, my first battle was last January, March. My last March.
Well, so the battle rap part. See, this is just I don't know your age, but this is different era, right? So there was a time frame where dudes were really just battling was part of your right away into music,
into actual music, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then there's a lot of people now in the current era who actually do music, and battle rap is almost like it came afterwards. Is that how it was for you?
Actually, with me, I did some writing with music. I do stand up. I do stand up comedy and I act. Okay. So when I got introduced to battle rap, it was actually who made me want to battle rap was like Hitman. So needless to say, it was a performance aspect for me. You know what I'm saying? I was already good with writing, and the pen was nice. So I was like, okay, if I add that, once I seen what was going on, because I didn't even know battle rap was as big as it was. I had no idea till like 2 years ago. I had no idea what was going on with battle rap. I'm really was fresh to the culture. I had no idea. Like I really like when I say going through game tapes, bro. I done went through a lot. I had to spend a lot of time going through game tapes to really understand, what I was getting myself into. And but it was Hitman, so like the performance aspect of it was what drew me to battle rap. So music really wasn't like even a factor when it came to battle rap. It was like I said, I do stand up comedy, and I love the stage. And then when I started watching battle rap, I fell in love with battle rap because it was like everything that I like, I'm all meshed into one. You know what I mean? So like that's really what brought me to it.
Yeah, well, actually, Hitman is definitely one of the bigger influences there is for anybody. Just of course the performance, that's what we all highlight, but it's that certain energy that comes with it.
Yeah, and that believability.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that believability. Like that's also what kind of drew me to Hitman, because I was like, this nigga, like he's saying some crazy shit, and I believe it though. I believe it. You know what I mean? And I felt like, and watching battle rap, I watched a lot of niggas that I didn't believe. And that's that's another reason that made me want to join battle rap. I was like, battle rap need niggas that can do this and be skillful at it and will stand and really mean what they saying. Yeah,
that's actually a great point. Because for a time period, I think that's what, because you said the last 2 years is really your battle rap time frame.
Yeah.
Prior to that, that's kind of a big reason for the separation between URL kind of battle rappers and
KOTD.
and a grind time. That's what separated them, because it was that believability. For me personally, it was like that because again, I grew up in Harlem, so battle rap was a part of the streets. Like just as simple as you threw your hands, that's damn near as simple as you battle rapped out here. Except for people like me who can't do shit like that. I stick to the fighting. I can't rap to save my life. But my brothers and all my peoples, it was just second nature. And when I first came across, because I go back to like the Fight Club, Johnny Blaze. The MTV battles, BT, but for us, the Smack DVDs. But for us, everything happened out on the street. So when I first came across Grind Time, I had a little rough patch with it because of that. Because I felt like it was a little too jokey and shit, and it just wasn't. Nothing was believable about it.
Yeah, and that's why. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the sources. I appreciate the lyrical skill that they have. But when I want to watch a battle, I need to watch something that like you said, some believable. I need to watch like Lux. I need to watch somebody that if he is talking something, if he is being overly lyrical, it's still got this street vibe that's going to appeal to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I'm from. You know what I mean?
I agree, and that's what it was. It took me a little time for me to really get into the grind times. One of the main people who made me, which I'm so happy to hear he's back, was SoCon. SoCon made me, watch the grind time joints because I started to appreciate just deepening that. It was the art form in general and understanding different styles. Like I even watch a lot of UK battle rap, and everybody can't do that. Not yet. There's a lot of people who do, but there's so many who just like, nah, I just can't fuck with it. And I'm like, look, especially if you into the streets, there's a lot of street dudes over in the UK.
Yeah, it is. They hood just like we are.
Yeah, and there's a lot of dudes who's fire from out there. So yeah, it was I totally get it when you say the believability, because I think that's the drawing point for most people, and then later on you can open up to
all the others. Everything else can come after that. People don't, especially like when you attempt to try to get new fans, people that aren't already battle rap fans, because I think that's a big thing that as artists, that's what we need to do, is get those fans, and those fans aren't privy to the complex bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to appeal to them first, and then once you get them in there, then you can start laying the crazy shit on them, because they appreciate it because they're listening now.
You're right. Yeah, you're definitely right. It is I would say that formula to bringing people on. Matter of fact, being that you said it like that, if right now you were standing next to someone who's brand new to this and you had to suggest a battle, is there one in particular that come to mind to draw them in, so to speak?
Right now, possibly Twerk versus Chess, depending on who it is. If it's a street nigga, probably like Twerk versus Chess. It just depends on who it is, you know what I mean? Because you can't give everybody everything.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying? But Twerk versus Chess for like a street nigga, I think right now, because when you see that, you see the views, you see the vibe in the room, and then you hear these crazy ass bars that these niggas are putting together that they're complex, but they're not so complex that the virgin ear couldn't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's one of the battles, like right now, current, that I would show somebody.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that. For me, like you said, it isn't as current for me, but like as the years gone by and I brought different people into battle rap, I've showed them things like A-Verb versus Math, which is still one of my A-Verb versus Midwest Miles, which is still one of my favorites ever.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, there's a lot of A-Verb, but Verb and Hitman.
That's that Midwest shit.
Yeah, man. Listen, Verb and Hitman to me is one of the best battles ever.
Oh yeah. So, one of my favorite battles to watch.
Yeah, I definitely go to that. And then for a little more current, and I'm a little biased on this, but I also show people the JC and Ilmac. Yeah, JC.
Wait, who you got with it?
Ilmac. But it was it was a dream come true for me because I was actually standing right on the stage watching it.
Oh, dope. Yeah. I'm a JC fan.
And listen, me too. This was a dream battle for me. This was WrestleMania for me. This was, you understand, the Super Bowl for me. It was crazy like that. So being blessed enough to be able to stand right there while it's happening was incredible. And I say to anybody who ever tells me JC won that battle, I never argue. Yeah. That battle was literally neck and neck. I think anybody, it's a debatable. But to me,
I feel like it was debatable. I had JC edging it, but like I said again, I'm a JC fan, so I kind of like his style. To me is just crazy. You know what I mean? It's one of those styles. Like I said, I don't do it. You know what I mean? Like I do certain things. You know what I mean? But that's not what he does. He does the best, I think.
Yeah, man. It's difficult for someone to really argue against that. At least realistically, it's hard for someone to realistically argue against. Motherfuckers will argue anything, but
facts.
But if we're being realistic, it's difficult to go against that. So now we're leading up to November 9th. It's only a few weeks away. You're going in against Yoshi G, who I did try to get together with you. And she wasn't with it, but salute to Yoshi. But the thing is, you guys still got to stand in front of each other November 9th, man.
Yeah, she got to stand in front of me.
Ooh. How did this matchup come about? Was it a random thing, or is there some history behind this?
There actually is some history behind it. I'm not sure who told Lawrence, or if Lawrence just knew. I'm completely out of, like I said, I don't really know. But me and Yoshi actually started in the same league.
Okay.
And we just things happen. Yoshi's one of those people. She she kind of floats wherever the wind blows. You know what I'm saying? And so, being that we were in the same league, I kind of seen that, and she did a lot of things that was disloyal to the league. You know what I mean? She did a lot of things online, like kind of towards me. She's a very very the persona that she portrays to everybody is just that. It's a persona. So the shit that she has done, like online, I see it, I peep it, and the people that know her has peeped it. Now to everybody else, it just kind of looks like Yoshi doing whatever. But I've seen the things that she does online, so like we definitely have some things we need to address. Yeah, we got some shit we need to talk about.
First off, I think some of the best battles ever have a backstory to them. So this is definitely one that as
Atlanta's waiting on this. Atlanta has been, a lot of people don't know, but people like Atlanta has been waiting on this.
By the way, are you, and I don't know this for a fact, that's why I have to ask, but are you one of the people that she was going back and forth with on Facebook a few weeks back?
I don't know about, not a few weeks back, but we have been back and forth on Facebook quite a bit.
Yeah, because I know some of the people was, I had a few people who told me about that, said that she had been going back and forth with a few people.
She says shit out, like, just out the side of her neck that you just, certain things you just don't say unless you guys are like actually battling. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to troll somebody when you got a battle locked in, or if you're even thinking about it. But if nothing's locked in and this is not even on the table, like, why are you speaking on me?
Yeah. Well, I could agree with that. I think, unfortunately, that happens across the community in general. I think there's a lot of people who they chalk everything up to it's battle rap, and it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. A lot of people have personal, like, people will see you and just be kind of, I know me personally, sometimes my presence alone makes certain people, weak people, uncomfortable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, and she's one of them. I mean, you can tell by what she does online. You ain't never seen no strong woman do that now.
Wow.
I mean, let's just be real.
Wow, man. Wow. Yeah, I wish she was here right now. I would love to hear the rebuttal. But but so you're locked in on this. You have the opponent. I know you said this a backstory. So does the backstory really take you a different way, preparation wise, or just another day at the office?
No, it actually does take me a different way preparation wise, because again, it's on RBE. It's my debut on RBE. RBE, let's be real, they have never had a gay battle rapper on the platform. It's the first time for them to have, it's the first time for a gay battle rapper to touch the main stage, period, outside of KOTD. So, like, and then with it being Yoshi, I feel like, I did take a different route. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't do anything different than, like, my fans are still going to see J2. But, like, the writing for the material for it was definitely more, I put a little extra work in.
Well, that's always good to hear, because I say this all the time. The beginning of the 1SKs had a lot of promising showings. And again, I say this open and honestly, I'm not into disrespecting me for no reason, but I stand by what I say. And the last few 1SKs, even some that I've been in the building for, I thought either the showings weren't that great or the people didn't act so professionally. And that bothered me from the standpoint of people not understanding opportunities.
Right.
And this isn't everybody doesn't get this opportunity, because they will have 1SK events if that was the case.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I didn't think, and it wasn't hating on anybody, but I was open to saying this, and I even interviewed the guys who I said this about. I didn't think there should have been 1SKs when on that card when Mook battled A-Verb. And the reason for that was I thought that card was such a legendary card. There was no room.
Keep it just that.
Yeah. I thought it should have just had that. No 1SKs. And a piece of that had also to do with, and it happened that day too, dudes showing up late. Dudes not being fully prepared. You understand?
The 1SKs?
Yes. Lawrence knows this fact. I've spoken about it in blogs. One thing, I have a great relationship with Lawrence, but Lawrence knows definitely speak my mind. I don't just because I'm cool with them doesn't mean that that don't change my opinion on things. I speak
Right.
how I want to speak. And there are guys who I think came up to 1SKs and had absolutely phenomenal showings. But some of them too showed up late. And it was like, come on, this is not that. So when I hear
it's not.
yeah, when I hear the way that you just address that, I'm happy that you get it. Not to say no one else gets it, but I'm hearing it from you, and I'm
Oh
want to
yeah,
believe
I'm
that what you're
appreciative for the
saying is
shot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was humbling. And now don't get me wrong, I felt like I do feel like I deserve a shot. You know what I mean? I feel like I have put a lot of work in, but I don't feel like I deserve it so much that I can take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is the beginning. This is like this is how you get to work it.
Yeah.
You know, everything else is really, practice.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's just like pro sports draft. Like the day that you get drafted, this isn't the day for you to feel like, yo, I made it. No, this is time for you to work even harder after that, because the lights and the cameras is on you right now. You don't know that this opportunity, just because you get drafted don't mean you make the team, and it doesn't mean you stay on the team.
Facts.
You know
Facts.
I mean? So
Facts.
this is why other people may not. It's the same way I look at a URL PG or a GZ battle for King of the Dot. Just like, listen, these are opportunities everyone's not gonna get. The difference with 1SKs that makes it to me more intense is that you are on the same card as the big league guys.
Yeah.
So you are not just battling your opponent. You are battling the building. You are battling what people came to see. You want to stand out just as much as everybody else on that card. You can't come in there.
You got to.
Yeah.
Like if you don't, you lose. Like that, you defeated the whole purpose.
No, I agree. Also, I'm part of another show called The Union. It's me and two other bloggers.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. So Lawrence, same thing when I spoke with Lawrence. I personally acknowledge, because I've seen some of your battles, and that was before we decided we were even going to do this interview. I've seen you battle before, and I definitely thought you were good. But then you had this one controversial ass battle. I personally didn't watch it because what I was told was said on there. All right. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because, again, everybody who watches this watches my blog, so on and so forth. No, I would never say nothing behind your back I wouldn't say to you.
Right.
So just like I told Lawrence, I'm like, I definitely think J2 is very good. This was the one battle I was not gonna watch. Now here's the thing. Do you feel like the attention that them clips, because there was clips that was put out on different social media, do you feel like those clips, because of the attention, worked in your favor, or do you think that stuff like that might overshadow your actual skills?
If it's still kind of initially, it definitely overshadowed my skill. Initially, like when it first dropped, that's all it did. Like it was a bunch of negative feedback. You know what I mean? Like the people that was in the building knew what happened, but everybody else just seemed just that bar. You know what I'm saying? So nobody was able to know, and that's all they had seen. They didn't know they hadn't seen any other battles. They hadn't seen anything, so they didn't know that, that was only a one-time thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, over time, it's drawn after the Drugz battle. The Drugz battle kind of was able to piggyback off of that, because you see me again and you see me actually rapping. You know what I mean? And you didn't see any other crazy bars, like, you know what I'm saying? I had the crazy Jack Boy bar that shook the room. You know what I mean? So it was like now it's starting to kind of like level out a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, not all the way, but it's kind of starting to level out a little bit more, because people are actually they're going to the other battles. You know what I mean? I did 28,000 views on Twitter on the little battle in Tampa. You know what I'm saying? That actually did me a lot. That actually did me a favor, because people were still going back to that same Lady J battle. And I was like, no, I need y'all to see that I actually do weight. That was one bar out of like 13 battles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I could vouch, because, like I said, I have seen your other battles. I didn't see all. I haven't seen all your battles. I want to say I've seen 3 to 4 battles, and just like I told Lawrence, I definitely think that you're talented, but that was my concern. And that's what it was that I said. I said, unfortunately, there are people who might take that and let that overshadow that the dude can actually rap. He can actually, do his thing up there. And it doesn't mean I guess the way I'm trying to go for it is just the whole point where when I see stuff like that, just like with Yoshi, and when I get with her, I would tell her, she says certain things in her raps that is controversial and it's got a little shock value to it.
Yeah.
The problem with that, it can become too repetitive. Where now this is what people almost like a daylight. Where
they're expecting it.
People expecting the fuck shit because they're just always waiting for that one moment, and then when they see the battle, whether you do something crazy or not, and I'm just talking in terms of daylight. If he does something crazy or not, one way or another, that's all people talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And people will forget how crazy Daylight is when he's just doing nothing but rapping. So that was just the only thing that how I looked at it. I was like, I hope that the attention that comes from that, negative or positive, didn't affect you.
I need it to die down, to be honest. That's what I really would like. Like, to be honest, I really like all that from the Lady J clip. Because like I said, it was, and don't get me wrong, I don't regret it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I said what I said to her out of disrespect because we talked online. She, you ain't gonna out disrespect me. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Now, Lady J is on this card too, man. She's dope.
Yeah, my sis.
Yeah, she's definitely dope, man.
Fire.
But what do you see for her on this for this opportunity?
I see her walking Young Smurf, and then I see somebody actually giving Lady J a real actual shot. Like, she needs a real name. She's professional. She does good business from what I hear. Like, she shows up every single time she shows out. You know what I mean? She's went viral more than once. You know what I mean? I sent us viral. She went viral on her own when she punched a girl. And I feel like after this, we need to see on a main stage on a main Queen of the Ring card. I would like to see Lady J get a PG. I would like to see, like, because she's nice, like, and we need to stop, like, overlooking the people that are actually being professional and taking the culture serious, and showing up. She don't choke, she shows up every single time. She's snapping. I want to see her be a next.
Now, I have to agree with that. I've seen her on Houston Barcode. I've seen her Queen of the Ring. She battled Yoshi actually.
Mm-hmm.
She battled Yoshi.
That was an accident though, because like both of their ops didn't show up.
But I respect them both for that.
Yeah,
I respect them both for that, because they both could have said nah.
Yeah, they could have.
Nah. And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, go check out Queen of the Ring, Yoshi G versus
Lady J. It was crazy.
Yeah, I thought they had a dope battle. I appreciated it more because, just like J2 just said, both their opponents did not show up. So they agreed to just do a one-rounder against each other. Both these ladies could have just walked off and just said it is what it is, and no one would have been mad at them, or no one would have had the right to be mad at them, because they showed up there for a particular opponent. It didn't happen, and they put on. And to me, I thought it was a good look. Of course, you would like to have seen them go against each other, better prepared for one another. But I thought it still came out dope. Lady J to me is just one of the people which I agree with you. I want to see her get better opportunities for. This is why it's just so important, man. It's so important what you do on the stage November 9th. We will be interviewing, for anybody who cares. We will be interviewing Lady J also. But I just think that this is why. It's moments like these, standing on that stage. All the attention there. So many people watching on pay-per-view. So many people in the building. And even though you go first, so the building isn't jam-packed. But, it's just what I say to everyone, regardless of what it is that you do, comedy, so on and so forth. Whoever's sitting there, if you can at least walk away with one or two people who want to go and check everything else that you've done, you won.
Yep. That's exactly how I feel.
But you have to put on.
We gotta show out.
Yes.
We gotta show out, and I'm hoping that Yoshi, because Yoshi, I seen online, she said she's already done writing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm close to done writing, but I wouldn't. If I was her, I wouldn't sew it up just yet. Like, you still got 17 days, baby girl. You probably need to add something to it. Yeah. I want to see the best Yoshi we've ever seen. Because if we don't see that, then I get a body bag, and body bags don't always get a lot of views. It's not a lot of playback value. You know what I'm saying? If she don't come like the best Yoshi, I would like to at least. I'm a beat her regardless. But I would like for her to do at least do good.
If there was one Yoshi battle that you say that better be the Yoshi who shows up on the 9th, what battle was that?
Yeah, her last one, OG Prana on the Gates of the Garden. She got a OG and she did good. Like but even like I'm gonna be honest with you though, I was watching that battle reach like a couple days ago, and I got halfway through Yoshi round. And I was like, it's just not gonna be enough, bro. She's gonna have to do so much more. Like she don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
What is her strengths to you?
Her strength is her trolling. Like that works in her favor because she talks about it. So then when she raps, she's rapping about the same shit that she trolls about. Yeah. So then we get to see it in live action. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what. But you know that only works, you know, so much. Like when you rap with somebody that's about to really rap with you, niggas want to hear you rap. You gonna have to rap. You know, everybody all that dick sucking shit only works for, you know, the niggas that ain't getting no cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But the real niggas in the building gonna be like, bitches, you gonna rap or not? Like, dead ass, bro. Just being 100, man. She crazy, man. I mean, like I said, and I get it. I get, you know, that's what she got to do to get attention. Like, you know, when you're not like the prettiest, and you know what I'm saying, you don't have a crazy body or nothing like that, you have to go over, you have to do whatever it is that you may have to do to get attention. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you know that doesn't always work. And sometimes you should actually work on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Because we are battle rappers. Trolling should just be, you know, that should be secondary.
Do you think you crazy, man? Do you think that she's gonna show up surprising everybody with just a whole different format, or you think that it would be good for her to just stick to what people know her for?
If she does switch up the format, then it has to work. It has to be crazy. Cause I'm like, and you know, not to toot my own horn, but I do kind of sort of switch it up every battle. Like every battle, you're not going to get the same J2 that you got the last battle. You know what I'm saying? So like, if she switches it up, it's going to have to be crazy because I don't want her to like try to anticipate me, because you can't do that. You know what I mean? So if she switches it up, it has to be a new Yoshi, not like a Yoshi that's trying to do something to win the battle. Yeah.
So we spoke on what you thought was a good showing for her. What do you think was her worst showing?
She got a place that minute. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Jesus Christ. If you've never seen, like, and, yo, this battle actually needs a lot more views. Ted Show Vintage beat the living shit out of Yoshi.
Who was it you said?
His name is Ted Show Vintage. Ted Show Vintage. He battled DNA before here in Atlanta on ABR. And this battle was actually on A-Hat, I believe. This battle was on A-Hat Atlanta. And it was Ted Show Vintage versus Yoshi G.
Wait, what was that, her first battle?
No, I don't think this is her first battle. It's like maybe her second or third.
Okay. Because I remember seeing her, I believe it was her first battle. It was on A-Hat Atlanta.
When she battled Swavatar?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's her baby daddy. I battled him too.
You said that's her baby dad. See, I didn't know any of this shit.
Yeah. Well, watch J2 versus Swavatar Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a very, very, very entertaining battle. I talk about Yoshi in that battle. I mentioned it.
Yeah, you see, so you know, I like this because it's just it's more and more being put into the story here. You know.
Oh yeah. It's a lot to the story.
Okay, we're gonna stop this interview right here. This is just the first part. Be on the lookout for the second part, where we speak more about Yoshi and upcoming event and more. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit the alert bell, press all alerts please. Follow me at JLegend100 on IG and Twitter. Follow J2 at TheRealJ2 on IG and Twitter.